Well, things are getting pretty interesting down in Ukraine, aren't they? As a staunch Ukrainian supporter, as I believe all leftists should be, I am thrilled to see Ukraine beat back the fascists and reclaim their land. But of course, this joy is tempered by the anxiety I feel knowing that Vladimir Putin is now boxed in a corner and far more likely to use nuclear weapons. I still think that he's less likely to use them than he is. Sorry if I phrased that badly, but it is a possibility. Uh, when dictators are desperate, they typically resort to their last measures, and it's hard to interpret a nuclear strike as anything but a last measure. But that's not what this video is about. As happy as I am about Ukraine retaking its territory, it has posed a question for the larger world. Are we nearing a nuclear war? Are we near the end? I don't think we are. Don't get me wrong, if Russia were to launch nuclear strikes, it would almost certainly result in a major escalation from NATO. But there's a few reasons why I think we'll be spared Armageddon. For one, we don't know that all of Russia's nuclear systems are fully operational. If there's anything that we've learned from Russia's extremely foolhardy and poorly thought out invasion of Ukraine, it's that their entire army is riddled with corruption. Their logistics chain is a wreck, and they really have a hard time accomplishing much of anything without having a lot of their supplies stolen or having their soldiers eat expired food. With all that in mind, it seems reasonable to assume that if Vladimir Putin were to order a full nuclear launch as part of a wider war between Russia and NATO, he might not be able to rely on all of his nukes, meaning that the US would be able to outlast the Russians. Now, in that scenario, there would still be widespread fallout, there would still be devastation, but it wouldn't be the end of the world. As Fallout says, war never changes. Obviously, I could be wrong about this. We could be nuked, and some historian could find this 500 years from now and laugh at my naivete. But I think I have a good instinct for these sorts of things. And what I think we're seeing now is Putin's last days, maybe more his last months. He is a very powerful dictator. He's done I don't want to say admirable because it's horrible the way he's run the Russian Federation into the ground, but he has done quite a skillful job of basically making his government coup-proof, making it really hard to overthrow him. But if he is humiliated to the point where Ukraine not only takes back Kherson, but takes back Crimea, which looks like an increasing possibility, the possibility of Vladimir Putin's removal becomes more and more likely. Or the possibility of just a plain old-fashioned stroke with no foul play. Dude's almost 70 and he's pretty damn stressed. So that's basically my thoughts. I believe we are nearing a Ukrainian victory, but I do not believe we are nearing the end of the world. I think the world will keep on spinning and civilization will be battered, but will ultimately survive. Now, I don't think civilization is going to be recognizable 20 to 30 years from now, but that's not due to Russia and Ukraine. That's because everybody is fed up with capitalism, and they are about to do something about it. Wink, wink.